Okay, guys, so watch this video for Thursday, October 27th. To put it bluntly, I sucked today. Now, I ended up down the day $1,602 and something odd cents. I don't know the exact change. But it's my second red day since late June, possibly early July. I'm not positive. So I've been on a pretty good run, but nevertheless, that always hurts when who goes to work and ends up with less money than when you go to work. So that's the downside of day trading. Upon reviewing my trades, I didn't trade well, but I didn't break a lot of rules either. Really, what happened, if you watch my videos, I like the low float, low price stocks. None of them were following through today. So if I can leave you with an important lesson, and it doesn't matter what you're trading, but if you're trading certain, I have a set of A plus setups that I trade, and only on the stocks that are meeting my parameters and everything. Whatever you have, whatever your A plus setups are, whatever kind of stocks you trade, if you ever notice that all of a sudden, your setups aren't following through at all, um, to me, that's just a warning sign. The definition of insanity is keep doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. Back in the day, I would have opened tomorrow's trading and traded just like I have been all summer and up until now, and maybe the same pattern continues, and I keep losing money, and then I think to myself, wow, I just don't know how to trade anymore. An important aspect of trading is understanding when things stop working. Now, one day does not end a pattern, right? One day does not start a new pattern, but the market's funny like that. There are times when the low price stocks just get no follow through at all, even if they've been getting follow through every day. And it's also possible I was just looking at the wrong ones, so I'm not going to draw any conclusions, but I am going to start tomorrow with much smaller size because I didn't cut down my position size after the first couple trades worked or didn't work. And I just kept doing it. So that's not a big deal to try a few things over and over. But the trick is don't do it day after day after day and then whittle away at your account. I've been trading the same with size, the same kind of stocks for a long time, and then waiting for a kind of a warning slap like I got today. And so tomorrow I'll start off. If I catch a trade, I'm certainly going to trade it smaller and then see how things go. So that's a pretty good lesson there because a lot of people just all of a sudden they're losing money and they don't know why and they're doing the same thing. Part of being a trader is understanding that markets change too. Again, I'm not drawing conclusions saying that the markets changed, but today there was certainly no follow through and I'm not the only one that saw it. So anyway, enough babbling. The SPY is still just hanging out. Pretty low volume day, pretty narrow range on the day, and it's just in a range here kind of near recent support. So keep that in mind, but nothing stellar on the SPY one way or the other. So here's the watch list going into tomorrow. CETX had a really nice pop today. It was already on the morning gap playlist because it started to get volume excuse me, in the pre-market. So in the last minute I added it to our potential gap playlist. Never took a trade in it though because it didn't meet my parameters. I can show you on an intraday basis. Actually, it did meet my parameters, but I didn't see it. We never chase. So if we have something on Gap Watch and it just takes off straight out of the gate, I just watch it go. It is very rare for something like this to just go and keep going, right? But it did give a nice little 5-minute buy set at the high, lower high, lower high. And look what happens when it triggered long on that. It just ripped. I didn't see that though. So again, I didn't chase. And now it's, I don't know. Who knows how it's going to close. The market's still open for another 4 minutes. So anyway, I think it's worth having on watch tomorrow for a red to green, something like that. Again, with that caveat that I'm going to be really cautious tomorrow. UNIS, just a narrow range today. No trades in it, but it is worth watching for tomorrow. After that big pop 2 sessions ago, okay? ATI, potential bounce play. 2 big down days. This 14 area used to be resistance, used to be support here, then resistance, and it's down pretty quick in 2 days to that area. I'll be looking for a potential bounce in that one tomorrow. Under Armour, a really ugly chart, but, had the gap down, and then today is, let's see, the lows from this January 20th of this year was 31.61. It's probably going to close pretty darn close to that. So kind of looking for a bounce off that area tomorrow. We'll see. It's pretty beaten up stock there, and a former Wall Street darling worth watching. DRWI is still in this range I talked about in last night's video. Kind of a narrow range today, only 700,000 shares traded. Definitely want to watch it tomorrow though, and because one of my favorite things are low float recent high flyers. All right, and now you've got 3 red candles in a row, volumes tapering off. with a proper intraday setup, we could get a little squeeze in that one. TWER. This isn't much of a trader. Barely ever has a day with any size, but the volume lately is compelling. I don't have a trigger price tomorrow based on the candlestick chart, but it's, I mean, if you switch to the weekly, look at that volume, and there's still 2 days left in this week, and it's got great support. So I do think this is worth watching for a proper intraday setup. You might get a quick 10, 15, 20 cent move, and on a dollar something stock, that's a nice percentage move. So that goes on watch. HTBX. Nice little extra volume today, but gave back some of its pop. A lot of things gave back their pops today. Maybe a red to green in that one tomorrow. NVCN, I don't ever call anything, almost ever, under a dollar. And actually this one's given back some gains too, but the chart's kind of compelling here. This high back here was basically 64 cents. Today it went up to probably almost 66 cents. And if this can get going up to this area, it might just squeeze. It's kind of interesting to me. All right, and a couple more. MBRX. This one was, look at this thing. This one was on watch coming into today, and I actually called this one on a 15-minute candlestick setup when it looked like it ended up gapping. I had it on bounce watch. It ended up gapping. So you had a high, and on 15s you had a lower high. I think I called it at 317. My thinking was if it basically gets through the open red to green. So I said 317, 307 stop, and you can see what happened. It never did stop out, and it's closing near the highs. I did make like $300 on this, so it tells you how bad my day was because I lost $1,600 today. I did make like $300 on it, but it just, I mean, it was, the bids weren't, everything was so spready. People never really got that interested in this one, so it was one of those quiet, really nice percentage movers today, but still almost untradeable. Anyway, it looks like it's closing strong, so I want to have it back on watch tomorrow. MBRX. And then last I have LGCY, which kind of broke out today and looks like it's going to close. Actually, the market's closed now. Closed above its open, kind of breaking a trend line on really good volume. So definitely want to watch that one. And that is it. That's my list. Again, I'm going to be cautious tomorrow. What else do I have? Anything? I'll reiterate what I said in yesterday's video. By the way, the lifetime sale for the price of 1 year is over. But we did get several people take advantage of that. So we have new faces in the room. The course on December, I think it's December 3rd, the live course is available on the website. But we also have an amazing deal right now. And I said it in yesterday's video for the October 1st course that you can get the recorded version available for immediate access at an amazing discount. Now there are caveats to that. You don't get lifetime future courses and so on, but go to the website and check it out because you can get really immediate access to our course from October 1st for a very good price. And we go into all of our setups. We even have some quizzes in there and so on. So it should be pretty interesting to those that were interested in the course. I think you'll be amazed at the discount. So that's it. I'm not much of a salesman here, but I did want to throw that in just in case anyone was interested in our course, didn't want to wait till December and wanted to spend less money. So there you go. Enjoy the rest of your evening. It's not that often that I get done with my video right when the market closes, but I wasn't trading this afternoon because I pretty much hit my daily loss limit. One thing I can say is, in the past, over the years, and hopefully this will help a struggling trader, first of all, you should have a daily loss limit. Second of all, when you hit it, if you continue to trade, I can't tell you how many times in my career I was down at my daily loss limit and said, you know what, I'm going to keep trading and try to get that money back. And by the end of the day, I was literally talking to God saying, hey, can you please take me back to the time when I was only down my daily loss limit? Because that number isn't so bad now, right? So you can exacerbate the problem. It really takes discipline. My max loss limit is $2,000. So I was at minus 1,600, and I told myself I have to have, I have to fall in love with something. I literally watched the market trade for the final 3 hours and didn't find anything that I felt confident enough to put any money to work. So I am proud of the discipline because back in the day, I would have made my daily loss limit look like a very small loss by the end of the day. So one thing I can tell you from experience, if you hit that daily loss limit, stop trading, tomorrow morning will give you much better opportunities than any afternoon. All right, so it's an important lesson there. I'm done babbling, guys. Enjoy the rest of your night. Talk to you tomorrow.